This is the one I want. Okay, so I call this pointer drill. So again, front side of the double. I'm lined up here where my right foot is in the crotch of the center. Okay, back here to my right, to the offensive guy's left, are three guys, a pointer and two guys holding bags. So I want Grizz to come off, fit that double, and again, you see how high that strike is? He should be able to double that hand up so it pulls it off and gets it back underneath, all the while driving. Now again, the coaching point is this hand should be up, protecting his left breastplate from me if I'm not holding the med ball from grabbing his shoulder pad. Pad level's way too high. See how high he is. Now the other thing is if he's lower, then he can have his head bowed back with his eyes looking up instead of his head on this type of an angle where he's looking down into the ground. You know what I'm saying? That is just more body weight that's leaned forward that as soon as I turn my shoulders is going to get him going forward. So now, and Garrison gives him the point too soon. So after he comes off the front side of the double, he's got a linebacker. So Garrison should wait till he gets closer, then give him the point either right or left, and being able to, and I believe I have some clips later on from the backside, so that as I talked earlier. So at this point, I don't need to duck demeanor. Now you watch Grizz, so he's trying to go foot on foot, duck demeanor, doesn't need to. He can take longer strides till he gets to this point, then he comes back to that duck demeanor, to that foot on foot, and gets ready so that as I get to this point and Garrison, the linebackers moved to the offensive lineman's left, is that I can expand with my left foot in order to get to my block. I don't want to collapse my left foot and lean my body when that defender chooses a side and doesn't want to engage me straight on. Now, as I move to my left and approach a target, I should be triggering with my left hand. The body position should be such that the first thing that gets close enough to him is my left hand to be able to pull the trigger. I don't want to pull with the inside hand and come across my body. And again, once I get into this and you watch Big Moose here, the problem is the first muscle that should flinch on the G of go when the ball's being pulled is my hip flexor lifting my first foot off the ground. You watch my boy Moose, how much movement there is in his body even before the feet come off the ground. That's problematic right there. You know what I'm saying? The first thing that should happen is that foot should come off the ground, and then all this other body motion should follow. Now again, once he gets into that block, and you can see, because I don't think he gets his second foot in the ground. See how he makes contact before his first foot's in the ground. Right now, he's overextended, being able to take 2 steps and punch. Now, once I get into that double, I want to try to keep, because I'm the front side of the double. There's another imaginary guy that's working the backside. I want to try to keep that right foot high in that double so that I can get off of this block. And you can see as I turn my shoulders after 2 yards to release the blocker, to climb. And again, bad position with the left hand. Garrison gives him the point, works to his right. And again, it should be right-left combo punch. Now again, I should be left foot straight ahead. Watch my boy Vanessa, almost with a bucket step. Left foot with width, not straight ahead. Now again, I encourage my centers to play with a balanced stance. It helps with right and left. When I played with a stagger. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I played with the stagger is for this reason here, is because it's difficult to step straight ahead with a parallel base. Now, if I'm contacted, you can see how much space is between that heel and that toe. I'm overextended. I'm reaching for this guy. I want to make sure that when there's a possibility of contact, that I'm foot on foot, that I stay with the left toe covering the right instep. Now again, you can see the hand carriage. He comes back here, and it's like he's a little, you know what I'm saying? He's at Sunday Mass with his hands in here. You know what I'm saying? I need to have better hand carriage with a hand up here and the other hand up here. Further away from my body. Now again, Vanessa has a good combo punch, right, left, is what I'm looking for when he goes to his right, but the length of that punch is way too long. When he pulls the trigger on that punch, you know what I mean? That's almost a 15-inch punch. I get a good defender without a bag, he's going to be able to whack the hand. You know what I mean? It might work once, it might work twice, but over the course of the game, as I go out there and throw that long punch, he's going to be able to time it up and whack the back of my hand, turn his shoulders, and step around me. Let me see if I get to some end cuts here. I think I got. There we go. So again, we were straight ahead where I was offset. Now I'm head up, and we work the skinny inside zone. You know what I'm saying? So there's an imaginary backside guy here who's going to go left, right, left to get into that double and take the back half of that defensive lineman, me holding the med ball. Again, nice punch. Left hand should be up. Keep that right foot high when I'm in the double, front side of the double. Now again, I'm still a little iffy because I shouldn't see the back of his hand. The back of that hand should be backed up by the shoulder, backed up by the hip, backed up by the knee. That's why I'm looking at front side double. And see how he comes off? See how low his hands are? Well, he's got the old deli slicer going on here. Get your hands up. Pretty good job by Moose. Taking that wide in or skinny inside zone step. Right foot should be right up the crotch. This is why I like doing it with the lines here. Because as I step, that right foot should be on that white line. The 15-yard line. That's perfect. Now again, from the side view, is he gaining any ground? Is this just 6 inches in width and nothing, no 2 inches up the field? Again, I counsel all my guys is that there's 36 inches in a yard. That means that there's, split it in half, there's 18 inches. We need to be 18 inches in the neutral zone so that the defender cannot win the force equals mass times acceleration because he's got a longer distance to accelerate. Almost knocked me on my ass. Now you watch Mitch here. He's almost straight ahead. So he gets no lateral with that first step. It's almost up, down in the same spot. He needs to be able to leverage so that he has the front side edge that I can't jump in front of him. And again, I don't want to push myself off of that double. I want to try to go straighter and work my way through it. It's a pretty good job by Junior. This is where I like, he puts that punch in. Now he's got it backed up by the shoulder and the hip. Now again, with that foot hanging back, it makes it difficult for somebody to be able to fit up in behind. Low hand carriage.